One thing there's not a shortage of, those back-to-school sales. As we head into the tax-free weekend, retail experts say parents are spending more than ever. All new at 6, 13 News Now anchor Philip Townsend breaks down the numbers.
In just a month, thousands of kids across Hampton Roads return to school. That means it's time for parents to start opening their wallets and purses for back-to-school shopping, the second biggest shopping season of the year. So let's get into the numbers for 2018. According to Deloitte, when you're looking at K-12 students, this year they estimate $27.6 billion in back-to-school spending nationwide. $6.5 billion between computers and other electronics like smartphones and tablets. $6 billion on school supplies. And the biggest chunk, more than $15 billion, will go towards clothing. Now, most of the shopping will take place in stores, 57% of it in fact. That's more than double the online shopping estimates. But more people than ever are doing their back-to-school shopping online, with every category up from last year. Online shopping is that lime green color. Here's an interesting number for the parents. This chart shows a child's influence on that spending. The green bar is highlighting how much, if you want to use the word power, they have over their parents' spending. You can see they have the most influence on clothing, by far, controlling 80% of where that money goes. All in all, according to this national poll, the average household will spend $510 over the next month, up just $10 from last year. For 13 News Now, I'm Philip Townsend.